Hi, I'm Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and I'm here with Taylor's new T5z-12 Classic Deluxe Special Edition. This is, of course, Taylor's latest variation of their sort of long-running T5 electric guitar concept. It's a different guitar for me to demo. I'm not that much of an electric player, but I do really like a good 12-string. So this is a very fun and interesting guitar for me to check out personally. The T5 came out quite a while ago, kind of a hybrid acoustic electric instrument for Taylor. Was the first time Taylor sort of dipped its efforts into the electric guitar market, and it continues to be a very interesting guitar. You can tell it's obviously an electric guitar. Stylized F-holds. It's a very thin body. It's a hollow body, but it does have an acoustic style bridge, and it has acoustic tonalities, acoustic electric tonalities, in addition to really being a fully functioning electric guitar. This particular instrument is, of course, the T5z, which is the smaller version of the T5 that Taylor came out with quite a while ago. And I believe it's the only variation of the T5 that's currently available, though in many different variations, both 6-string and 12-string, some different woods, and different configurations. This particular guitar is built with sapele back and sides and a mahogany top. These new deluxe special editions are available in 3 different finishes. This is obviously the black one. It's all black, completely black finish, neck, body, everything. There's also a cherry sunburst version of this and what they call an Arctic white version of this guitar. Now, the other particularly interesting thing about this edition of 12 strings is that they are reverse strung, and this is something that Taylor did with one of their Builder's Edition 12 strings a while ago. I got to demo that here maybe a year and a half or so ago, and that basically follows the concept of stringing the guitar with the octave strings below the bass strings rather than with the octave strings first, which is the way that most acoustic 12 strings are strung. Electric 12 strings have sort of, some brands would do it one way, some the other. This kind of stringing is something that I think of with Rickenbacker electric guitars that are 12 strings, and it makes a big difference in the sound. One isn't necessarily better than the other, but what it really means is that when you're playing, especially with a pick, doing down strums, you get a little bit more of that fundamental bass sound rather than hitting the octave string first. So it's a little bit less jangly sounding than a traditionally strung 12 string, which can really sort of tame the instrument a little bit. And I think, especially for strumming, it's a really great way of doing it. But also playing fingerstyle. I've experimented with my own acoustic 12 string of reversing the strings of just a couple of them. At one point, I only had the 6th pair and the 5th pair reversed, so that when I'm playing with my thumb, playing fingerstyle, I would also be a little bit less jangly than hitting that octave string first. So it's an interesting way of stringing the guitar. It's an interesting thing to think about, and I think it's very cool that Taylor is offering this variation of the T5z-12 string strung in this manner. So I mentioned all the different tonal variations you can get from these guitars, and of course it is an electric guitar. Right now I'm plugged into our regular little Fishman Loudbox Mini Charge here. It's nice and quiet in the studio. I will show you what the guitar sounds like plugged into a Fender Pro Junior tube amp later in this video. But essentially you have 5 different sounds available with a switch here in the upper bout. And there are 3 pickups in the guitar. Only one is visible. There's a magnetic kind of lipstick type pickup right here in the bridge position. There is another magnetic pickup that is right at the end of the fingerboard, and it's hidden under the top. You can't see it, but it's there. And there is a soundboard transducer type pickup mounted behind the bridge. And this is kind of similar to the original ES1 pickup system that Taylor used on its acoustic guitars for a long time, that used the soundboard sensor and the hidden magnetic pickup. In this case, they're integrated into what's more of an electric guitar package. And so with the switch positions, you can have the neck, and I should mention that both of the magnetic pickups are humbucking pickups. So you can have the neck pickup with the soundboard transducer. That would be switch number 1. Switch position number 2 is the neck humbucker only. Then you can have the bridge humbucker only. You can have the neck and bridge humbucker, so the 2 magnetic pickups in parallel, and then the final position is the 2 magnetic pickups wired in series. So I can go through that really quick and show you what they sound like. I'm going to do the same when I'm plugged into the tube amp in a little bit as well. So right now, here's position number 1, neck humbucker and the body sensor. Position number 2, neck humbucker by itself. Position number 3 is the bridge humbucker, and you can tell right away that it's much brighter sounding. Position 4 is the neck and bridge in parallel. And then position 5 is neck and bridge in series. So a lot of tonal choices on this guitar, and I'm not even touching the tone controls right now. They're just set flat. Of course, there's also a volume control and other specs that are worth mentioning on this guitar. It's a short scale, so very easy to play. It's a 1 11/16 inch nut width, so quite a bit narrower than an acoustic 12-string would be, but kind of in line, perhaps even a little wider than many electric 12 strings. You'll notice that the bridge is basically a standard Taylor acoustic ebony bridge. Taylor has switched to an arrangement with just 6 bridge pins on some of its acoustic 12 strings. On this, they've continued using the 12 bridge pins, 1 for each string, on this as well. And I do think that having the wooden bridge on there really helps give the guitar more of an acoustic character and acoustic resonance. The guitar has Taylor's mini tuners, chrome tuners, of course, 12 of them. And even for me, as primarily an acoustic player, I do play 12-string quite a bit. It's just a lot of fun to play. I was, sitting around playing it at home, just so easy to play that even just doing the sort of acoustic finger picking things that I would do just sound really nice and very fun to play. Or if I'm strumming sort of some 12-string progression. So besides, of course, being a great electric 12-string guitar, of which there aren't that many choices on the market, I could also totally see getting into one of these guitars if you're mostly an acoustic player, but you've been wanting to get a 12-string, and you've been maybe a little scared of the playability factor of many 12 strings, and just looking for something that offers that tonality and great playability and really a great plugged-in sound. Sounds nice with the acoustic amp, and why don't I switch over to my Fender amp to give you a sense of what that sounds like as well. Okay, so I've switched amps now. I have my little Fender Pro Junior tube amp here. I'm going straight in, no pedals, and give you a little bit of an idea what the guitar might sound like into more of an electric rig, which really is what the guitar is made for. It's nice to have the acoustic sound option with the neck humbucker and the soundboard transducer, which can definitely work to sort of mimic an acoustic electric 12-string sound. Would work great for that. But I think really the fun with this is in an electric guitar kind of a setup. So right now I am in switch position number 1 again. So that's the neck humbucker and the body sensor. Switch position number 2, which is only the neck humbucker. Switch position 3 is only the bridge humbucker, so it's going to get a little brighter. Switch position 4 is the neck and bridge pickup in parallel. And finally, switch position 5 is the neck and bridge pickup in series. So a lot of fun tonal variations, and this guitar would really integrate well into really either an acoustic or an electric setup. That's the beauty of the T5 concept, is it's so versatile, it has a lot of different tones, and the playability as well. I mean, it definitely leans toward an electric kind of a feel. It's got nickel wound strings on it. The neck's a bit narrower, but it's not a huge stretch coming from an acoustic. So in some ways, these T5s are really kind of an ideal acoustic player's electric guitar, and that's also the case with the 6-string versions of these guitars. So tons of fun. So definitely check these out at your Taylor dealer. This is the new T5z-12 Classic Deluxe Special Edition. It's available in 3 different colors, and we hope you come back here to Peghead Nation for more of our gear demos. If you're seeing this on YouTube, definitely head on over to pegheadnation.com, not just for our gear demos, but also for our huge range of lessons for guitars and other stringed instruments as well. So we hope to welcome you there. My name is Teja Gerken, and I will see you very soon.